So we're going to do a crumb coat right on this inverted sheet pan.
Okay, what's a crumb coat?
A crumb coat is just a thin layer of frosting that seals in all the crumbs. So now, the next step is to crumb coat your cake. A crumb coat is basically just a thin layer of icing that covers the entire cake, and it seals in any crumbs that might pop up. We're ready to do a crumb coat.
What's a crumb coat?
A crumb coat is basically a thin layer of frosting that we spread over the entire cake, and that will seal in some of the crumbs so that your final coat is nice and clean. So now we're going to move into a crumb coat.
A crumb coat is?
A crumb coat is basically just a thin layer of icing that helps seal in all the crumbs.
Okay.
Another trick is that you can freeze your cake for about 30 minutes before cutting it, and that'll also reduce the crumbs. So the next step is we're going to do a crumb coat.
Okay.
And crumb coat is basically just a thin layer of frosting that seals in all the crumbs, and I have one already. Okay. So Lori, if you pass me that plate, I'll show you how to do a crumb coat.
You bet. Now we should mention that you chilled this cake after you baked it for about half an hour, right?
Yeah, that'll firm up the cake, and that way you'll have less crumbs also.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm just going to take some blue frosting and spread a nice thin layer on top, and it can extend over the sides a little bit.
And why do you crumb coat anyway?
A crumb coat is basically just a thin layer of frosting that seals in all of the crumbs. Because if you went ahead and you have all these cut sides, they tend to crumb up a lot. So when you apply your frosting, you get crumbs in it.
So you don't have to be too fancy with the crumb coating.
No,
just
as smooth as you can get it, the better.